Have you ever experienced the loss of someone who was not only family, but also your first friend, your biggest supporter, and the person who knew you better than anyone else? That is exactly the heartbreaking reality actress Jamie Lee Curtis faced when she announced the passing of her beloved sister, Kelly Curtis. At the age of 69, Kelly peacefully passed away at her home, surrounded by the beauty of nature she loved so much. As news of her passing spread, fans around the world were moved by the emotional tributes shared by her family, especially by her sister Jamie, who remembered Kelly as her lifelong confidant and one of the most important people in her life. The announcement immediately touched the hearts of thousands. While many people knew Kelly Curtis as an actress and member of one of Hollywood's most famous families, those closest to her knew a much different side. They knew a woman filled with kindness, curiosity, generosity, and an unforgettable spirit that left a lasting impression on everyone she met. Her passing marked the end of a remarkable chapter, but it also sparked an outpouring of love as family, friends, and admirers gathered to celebrate her life and legacy. Jamie Lee Curtis delivered one of the most emotional tributes shortly after announcing the heartbreaking news. In a heartfelt message, she described Kelly as her first friend and lifelong confidant. Those words resonated deeply with fans because they revealed a bond that had survived decades of life's challenges, changes, and experiences. Jamie spoke about her sister's beauty, talent, and unique personality, remembering the many qualities that made Kelly special. She reflected on Kelly's love for family, nature, travel, music, and even some of her favorite hobbies that brought joy to her everyday life. As relatives and close friends began preparing memorial arrangements, many found comfort in sharing stories about Kelly's life. Family members remembered her warm personality and her ability to make people feel welcomed. Friends recalled her sense of humor and her willingness to help others whenever she could. While the sadness of her passing was impossible to ignore, those who loved her focused on celebrating the memories she left behind rather than dwelling only on grief. Kelly Curtis was born into Hollywood royalty as the daughter of legendary actors Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh. Growing up in such a famous family brought unique opportunities and challenges. Although she spent much of her life connected to the entertainment industry, she carved out her own identity through acting, creative projects, philanthropy, and community involvement. Over the years, she appeared in films and television productions while also working behind the scenes on various projects. What made Kelly especially admired by those around her was her authenticity. Friends often described her as someone who remained true to herself regardless of circumstances. She valued meaningful relationships more than fame and found joy in simple experiences. Whether spending time outdoors, connecting with loved ones, or pursuing creative interests, she embraced life with enthusiasm and gratitude. These qualities became central themes in the tributes shared after her passing. One particularly touching moment came when Jamie Lee Curtis shared memories from her wedding in 1984. Kelly had served as her maid of honor, and Jamie reflected on how their relationship evolved over time. Like many siblings, they experienced periods of rivalry and distance while growing up. Yet as the years passed, they became increasingly close. Jamie explained that after her wedding, Kelly remained a significant part of her life and eventually became deeply involved in her family circle. Those memories became even more meaningful as she looked back on their lifelong connection. As funeral and memorial discussions continued, supporters from around the world offered their condolences. Social media became filled with messages of sympathy, photographs, and memories celebrating Kelly's life. Fans who had followed her career expressed gratitude for the joy she brought through her work. Others simply shared words of comfort for the Curtis family during this difficult period. The overwhelming response demonstrated how many lives Kelly had touched, both directly and indirectly. Many of Kelly's friends described her as someone who could brighten a room with her presence. She had a gift for making people laugh and feel appreciated. Whether through a thoughtful conversation or a simple gesture of kindness, she left lasting impressions on those around her. These stories became an important part of the remembrance process as loved ones gathered to honor her memory. For Jamie Lee Curtis, the loss was clearly profound. Yet even amid her grief, she chose to celebrate the remarkable person her sister had been. Rather than focusing solely on sadness, she highlighted the qualities that defined Kelly's life: her generosity, intelligence, curiosity, and love for others. Through her words, fans gained a deeper understanding of the woman behind the public image. Kelly's legacy extends far beyond her acting career. She will be remembered as a devoted family member, a loyal friend, and a person who embraced life with passion and authenticity. Her influence can be seen not only through her professional accomplishments, but also through the countless relationships she nurtured throughout her life. Those connections became evident in the heartfelt tributes that followed her passing. As family and friends continue to reflect on her life, they do so with gratitude for the memories she created and the love she shared. While her absence will undoubtedly be felt, the stories, lessons, and moments she leaves behind will continue to inspire those who knew her. Her journey may have come to an end, but her impact remains deeply woven into the lives of the people she touched. In the end, perhaps the most powerful tribute came from Jamie Lee Curtis herself. Through tears and remembrance, she honored not only her sister's accomplishments, but also the extraordinary bond they shared. It was a reminder that family connections endure beyond time, and that the love between siblings can leave an everlasting mark on the heart. As loved ones gather to celebrate Kelly Curtis and say their final goodbyes, they do so with sadness, gratitude, and admiration. They remember a woman who lived with purpose, loved deeply, and brought warmth to countless lives. And while she may no longer be physically present, her memory will continue to shine through the stories, laughter, and love she leaves behind. May Kelly Curtis be remembered not only for what she accomplished, but for who she was: a cherished sister, a beloved friend, and a remarkable human being whose legacy will never be forgotten.